It is truly captivating to observe how many of the challenges we face in today's world, such as the alarming increase in mental health issues and the devastating destruction of our environment, can be attributed to the rapid advancements in technology and the relentless pursuit of modernization. These developments, driven by our current economic design, have propelled us into an era where we find ourselves disconnected from the essence of human connection, financial stability, long-term planning, and overall well-being. The pace at which major breakthroughs occur has become astonishing, with new advancements emerging every 1 to 3 years, leaving our minds overwhelmed and struggling to keep up. It is as if we have been handed the keys to a future filled with endless possibilities, yet we are struggling to navigate within the boundaries of this newfound power. Interestingly, amidst this disorienting whirlwind of progress, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment in history. Ancient prophecies have long foretold of a significant shift in human consciousness, and it appears that now, in this very moment, we are witnessing the dawn of a new world. This disorienting effect, though unsettling, serves as a wake-up call that demands our attention and prompts us to take action. It presents us with a unique opportunity to consciously evolve, rather than unconsciously stumble forward. Conscious evolution signifies awakening to the reality of our current trajectory and making deliberate choices about the direction in which we are headed. It requires us to transcend the influence of market dynamics and the burden of human stress, which have dictated our path for thousands of years. In order to embark on this journey of conscious evolution, we must first acknowledge the impact of our breakneck technological advancements. While these advancements have undoubtedly brought about numerous benefits and conveniences, they have also introduced unforeseen complexities and challenges. The surge in mental health issues, for instance, can be partially attributed to the constant bombardment of information and stimuli from social media platforms, which have become an integral part of our daily lives. Moreover, the environmental destruction we witness today is a direct consequence of our relentless pursuit of technological progress without adequately considering the long-term consequences. To navigate this intricate landscape, we must embrace a holistic approach that encompasses both ancient wisdom and modern innovation. By integrating the timeless teachings of our ancestors with the cutting-edge technologies at our disposal, we can forge a path towards a more harmonious and sustainable future. This requires us to re-evaluate our relationship with technology, ensuring that it serves as a tool for human connection rather than a barrier. We must also prioritize the well-being of both ourselves and the planet, recognizing that true progress lies not in the accumulation of material wealth, but in the cultivation of inner fulfillment and ecological balance. As we embark on this conscious evolution, it is crucial to remember that we hold the power to shape the future. Each decision we make, no matter how small, has the potential to create a ripple effect that reverberates through generations to come. By awakening to our individual and collective responsibility, we can steer humanity towards a new era of enlightenment and compassion. Let us embrace this disorienting advancement as an opportunity to redefine our values, realign our priorities, and forge a path towards a future that is not only technologically advanced but also rooted in wisdom, empathy, and sustainable progress. Evolutionary mismatch. In this ever-changing world, with technological advancements and collapsing systems, it is no wonder that we find it difficult to maintain our sanity and envision our future. We are experiencing a profound disorientation, and one theory suggests that this is due to an evolutionary mismatch. Our brains, which have evolved over thousands of years, may not be equipped to handle the rapid pace of change that we are currently experiencing. To understand this concept, let's imagine ourselves as moths. Moths have evolved to navigate using the moonlight, a simple and straightforward way of finding their way in the world. But then, humans come along with their brilliant idea of street lamps. Suddenly, the moths are constantly running into streetlight glass, mistakenly thinking they are heading towards the moon. Poor moths, their evolved traits are no longer suited to their new environment. This misalignment between their instincts and the changing world is a perfect example of an evolutionary mismatch. Similarly, we humans are also trying to find stability and meaning in a world that is evolving at an unprecedented pace. We long for something familiar to hold on to, something that provides us with a sense of stability and salience. However, The world around us is changing so rapidly that it becomes increasingly difficult to find that anchor. Our brains, which have evolved to adapt to a much slower pace of change, struggle to keep up with the constant influx of new information and experiences. But let's not despair. Just as moths can adapt to their new environment over time, we too have the capacity to evolve and adapt. It may take time for our brains to catch up with the rapid changes happening around us, but we have the ability to learn, grow, and develop new ways of thinking and navigating through this ever-evolving world. In fact, it is in times of great change and uncertainty that we have the opportunity to tap into our true potential. It is during these moments of disorientation that we are forced to question our old beliefs and assumptions, and find new ways of being and doing. It is in these moments that we can discover our resilience, creativity, and adaptability. So, let us embrace the evolutionary mismatch that we find ourselves in. Let us recognize that it is a sign of progress and growth. Instead of being overwhelmed by the rapid pace of change, let us see it as an invitation to evolve and expand our horizons. Let us trust in our ability to adapt and find new ways of navigating through this ever-changing world. Remember, just like the moth that eventually learns to navigate around the streetlight glass, we too can find our way through the challenges and uncertainties of our time. It may not be easy, but with determination, resilience, and a willingness to embrace change, we can create a future that is not only aligned with our evolving world but also filled with purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Does this apply to humans? Humans, like moths, are not as different as some may think. The evolutionary mismatch hypothesis suggests that the stressors we face in our modern environment are wreaking havoc on our well-being. In the past, our ancestors were exposed to different stressors in their natural environment. However, today, the types of stressors we encounter, their speed, and their chronic frequency are causing imbalances and diseases that were not seen in the past. One area where this mismatch is evident is in our food and eating patterns. Unlike our ancestors, we now have access to mass-produced foods. We consume these foods in quantities that are not natural, leading to imbalances in our diet and an increase in diseases. Our bodies were not designed to handle such an abundance of processed and unhealthy foods. Our eating habits have strayed far from what would have been considered natural, and as a result, our health is suffering. Another area of concern is our sleep patterns. Our ancestors would have followed natural sleep-wake cycles dictated by the rising and setting of the sun. However, with the advent of artificial lighting and the demands of modern life, our sleep patterns have become disrupted. We often stay up late into the night, staring at screens and exposing ourselves to artificial light that tricks our bodies into thinking it's still daytime. This disruption in our natural sleep patterns can lead to a host of health problems, including insomnia and sleep deprivation. In addition to these lifestyle factors, our lack of natural exercise is also contributing to the mismatch between our bodies and our environment. Our ancestors would have engaged in regular physical activity as part of their daily lives. They would have hunted, gathered, and engaged in other physically demanding tasks. However, in our modern sedentary lifestyle, many of us spend the majority of our days sitting at desks or in front of screens. This lack of physical activity can lead to a host of health problems, including obesity, cardiovascular disease, and muscle imbalances. Furthermore, the way we design our cities also contributes to the mismatch. Our cities are often designed based on economic necessity, rather than what is best for our well-being. This can lead to increased stress, disease, and loneliness. Our social instincts evolved in tight-knit tribes of about 150 to 600 people. However, in our modern cities, we often find ourselves surrounded by thousands or even millions of people, yet feeling isolated and disconnected. This lack of social connection can have detrimental effects on our mental and emotional well-being. It is clear that the mismatch between our modern environment and our evolutionary past is taking a toll on our well-being. To thrive in today's world, we must be mindful of these mismatches and make conscious efforts to bridge the gap. This may involve making healthier food choices, prioritizing sleep and exercise, and seeking out opportunities for social connection. By understanding and addressing these mismatches, we can strive to live healthier, more balanced lives. Feeling isolated and lonely. In today's fast-paced and modern world, the sense of belonging and close bonds that were once provided by tight-knit groups has become increasingly scarce. With the rise of sprawling cities filled with strangers, many of us find ourselves feeling isolated and lonely, yearning for that deep connection with others. Numerous studies on social animals have shown that crowding and high population density can lead to competitive stress, negatively impacting their health and fertility. Interestingly, humans living in densely populated cities experience similar levels of stress, which can result in various health issues and a decline in birth rates. It's as if we are constantly in a state of fight or flight, with invisible threats lurking around every corner. One study eloquently states, while some individuals may experience heightened stress and reduced fitness under species-typical social density, the population average fitness will be higher under moderate than under extreme social density. In this framework, social density functions as a stressor, with extremely high and low levels of social density eliciting stress of different forms. This suggests that finding the right balance in social density is crucial for our overall well-being and fitness as a population. Reflecting on my own life, there have been instances when even being in medium-sized groups of people triggered feelings of social anxiety. However, upon deeper reflection, I realized that these anxieties were rooted in my prior trauma patterns, rather than being innate to my being as a human. This realization highlights the importance of addressing and healing our past wounds in order to fully experience the benefits of social connection. In our quest to belong, it is essential to recognize the impact that our modern living environments can have on our mental and physical health. While cities offer countless opportunities and conveniences, they also present challenges in fostering genuine connections and a sense of community. It is up to us to actively seek out and create spaces where we can cultivate meaningful relationships and forge those close bonds that are essential for our well-being. In conclusion, the longing to belong is a fundamental human need that persists even in the face of urbanization and societal changes. It is crucial for us to acknowledge the potential negative effects of high social density and take proactive steps to counteract the feelings of isolation and loneliness that can arise. By nurturing a sense of belonging and fostering close bonds, we can reclaim our innate need for connection and create a more fulfilling and harmonious existence. But are we at our potential with keeping up with change? This question has been on my mind for quite some time. It's a topic that sparks curiosity and reflection. As I ponder upon it, I realize that assessing our true capacity to adapt to change is no easy task. We are constantly bombarded with new challenges and demands, making it difficult to establish a realistic baseline. One of the major obstacles we face in keeping up with change is the overwhelming stress that accompanies it. The fast-paced nature of our modern lives has left us with little time to breathe and recharge. Our brains, bodies, and overall well-being suffer as a result. We find ourselves in a constant state of exhaustion, unable to tap into our full potential. It's as if our efficiency and flexibility have been hindered by the never-ending stream of responsibilities and expectations. Despite these challenges, we must not lose sight of the fact that we are here, in this very moment. This is our time to shine and embrace the changes that come our way. Instead of dwelling on our limitations, let us focus on accepting where we are and working from here. It is through this acceptance that we can begin to unlock our true potential. While it may be true that there is a limit to the amount of change humans can handle, I refuse to believe that we have reached that limit. We must not close the door to the possibility of developing greater resilience and capacity. It is easy to measure our capabilities based on the constraints of our sick modern world, but we must remember that our potential extends far beyond these limitations. In order to tap into our untapped potential, we must first acknowledge the importance of self-care and well-being. Taking the time to nurture our minds and bodies allows us to build the strength and resilience needed to navigate the ever-changing landscape of life. By prioritizing our well-being, we can enhance our ability to adapt and thrive in the face of change. Furthermore, it is crucial to cultivate a growth mindset. Embracing a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for growth and learning empowers us to push beyond our perceived limits. Instead of viewing change as a burden, we can view it as a catalyst for personal and professional development. This shift in perspective allows us to approach change with a sense of excitement and curiosity, rather than fear and resistance. The takeaway: in a world characterized by rapid technological advancements and constant societal changes, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and disconnected from our true nature as human beings. However, the reality of evolutionary mismatch does not necessitate that we revert to living like our ancestors, nor does it require us to embrace transhumanism and augment our brains with implants. Instead, we have the power to embrace our untapped human potential, redesign our society in more meaningful ways, and cultivate awareness and wisdom in the process. One of the first steps towards unlocking our potential is to slow down and be more present in our daily lives. By taking the time to orient ourselves to our surroundings using all our senses, we can prevent subconscious stress patterns from running in the background. This practice allows us to fully engage with the present moment and find a sense of calm amidst the chaos. Nourishing our bodies with healthier, smaller, and whole food meals is another essential aspect of unleashing our potential. The food we consume has a direct impact on our physical and mental well-being. By prioritizing nutritious options and staying hydrated, we can fuel our bodies and minds, enabling us to perform at our best. Furthermore, it is crucial to consider ways to reduce crowdedness in our lives and increase our access to nature and animals. Spending time in natural environments and connecting with the natural world has been shown to have numerous benefits for our overall well-being. Whether it's taking a hike in the woods or simply spending time with a beloved pet, these experiences can help us find solace and reconnect with our innate humanity. While it is important to stay informed and engaged with the world around us, we must be mindful of the potential pitfalls of constant news exposure and social media scrolling. The overwhelming influx of information can lead to heightened stress levels and skewed perspectives. By finding a balance and setting boundaries, we can stay connected without becoming consumed by the noise. The discussions surrounding stress physiology in this piece are what initially inspired the development of my embodied sense-making theory years ago. Being mindful and attuned to our bodily sensations and the present moment significantly contribute to how we absorb and discern information. It also allows us to recognize when our stress physiology is influencing our perceptions, helping us to approach situations with greater clarity and objectivity. Regular exercise is another powerful tool in our quest to unleash our potential. Whether it's taking a daily walk, engaging in strength training, or participating in a sport, physical activity not only benefits our physical health but also enhances our mental and emotional well-being. By incorporating exercise into our routines, we can cultivate resilience and adaptability, enabling us to navigate times of great change with grace and intention. Ultimately, by taking small steps towards cultivating these habits, we can collectively rebuild our resilience as individuals and as a society. This newfound resilience empowers us to approach times of uncertainty and change consciously, rather than succumbing to stress and economic incentives. It opens up opportunities for us to shape our future with wisdom, compassion, and a deep understanding of our shared humanity. So let us embrace our untapped potential, design a society that nurtures our well-being, and embark on a journey of self-discovery and growth. The possibilities are limitless, and the rewards are immeasurable.